Of the story, Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs Chair Senator Panfilo Ping Lacson. Sir, finally, welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Pinky, and thank you for having me as your source this morning.
You are my source this morning, sir. Yesterday, it was Nicanor Faldon, but let me go to this, August 23, sir, your privileged speech. Sir, kilala ka naman sa mga ganyang mga exposés mo and privileged speech. It talked about persistent corruption in the Bureau of Customs, including outgoing Chief Nicanor Faldon, who you say was a recipient of 100 million peso pasalubong. Sir, how solid is this information of yours?
Yeah, let's put it this way. I had at least 8 sources from inside the Bureau of Customs, 2 other sources from outside the Bureau of Customs, validated by at least 2 players, meaning those who are fixers, sabihin natin, players or fixers, just like Mark Taguba, yung self-confessed fixer or player at the Bureau. So yun ang sources. And yung mga nagpapadala ng information, of course, the one sending the information would not include his name, di ba? That's natural. But the others would include the name of the one who sent earlier. And it went around in circles. Pag sino nagpadala, wala yung pangalan niya. But binavalidate naman ng mga ibang sources yung nandun siya. Yung hindi malimit mapunta, we vetted it and we were very objective in filtering the information. In fact, kasama ko yung mga staff ko. And sabi ko, validate and validate and validate. To just to give an example, one of those mentioned, persistent, consistently being mentioned, hindi mo makapaniwala. I won't name him anymore because I've known him even for a short period of time na mukhang hindi capable of corrupting himself. And so, but persistent naman, lumalabas yung pangalan. So, we solicited the assistance of some friends from the AFP, particularly Intelligence Service. And sabi ko, pakiran nga ng background investigation and some record check on this individual because unfair naman kung masasama just because, kasi wala naman mga affidavits ito But, it's an open secret sa Bureau of Customs na meron talagang mga tara system. Okay, and mind-boggling yung mga amounts. So, when the background investigation and record check were run by the armed forces, some of our friends, intelligence group, armed forces, intelligence service, lumabas, yung particular official na yon, meron 2 cap farms. And then, kung pumarada sa sabong 200,000, 300,000, tapos nagbibuild ng isang mansion in one of the central Luzon provinces.
So, yun sa privilege speech mo, di ba?
I mentioned that, but I did not mention the name.
Yes.
Yun nga, hindi, na-explain ko lang how we vetted, di ba? And how we validated. Yung bang, hindi naman ito bara-bara na just because somebody gave us the information, sige na kagad. No, it took us 2 weeks to validate because when the hearing of the Blue Ribbon Committee started, tapos nagsalita na si Mark Taguba, marami nagte-text. Yung text nga hindi ko pinapatulan kasi tatanungin ko muna, who is this? Pag hindi naman nag-reply, suspecha ko na kagad yun, naninira yun. But then, meron ng personally nagpunta sa opisina, not the Senate office, but our satellite office. Meron na rin nagpadala ng list through common friends. And then, yun ang aming
may naglakas loob na nagpakita sa inyo? Nagbigay ng listahan?
But of course, ang usapan namin, I won't mention their names.
Pero yung nagpunta, sir, sa opisina ninyo?
Taga-customs.
Inside?
Yes.
Taga-loob?
Middle level. Yeah. And then...
Bakit ang lakas ng loob niya, sir, lumapit sa inyo ng ganun lang?
Kasi lumalabas yung pangalan nila Of course, may denial. But eventually, after so many questions, umamin din na meron din. Pero alam ko menos na menos yung inaamin niya. Initially, sir, inaamin ko, meron din ako mga 5,000 from how many? 5,000 a week, sabi niya. Initially, mga 6 lang. Bandang huli, naging 10. And then yung weekly sinasabi mukhang naging every other day o naging daily na.
Okay.
Ganun ang
Yung vetting process niyo also. Okay, but we had Nicanor Faldon yesterday, sir. In your privilege speech, you mentioned a Joel Teves na tumanggap si Faldon ng 100 million, 25 million na punta doon sa middleman, bagman na si Joel Teves. May explanation ho siya. Tila, it turns out, according to Nicanor Faldon, kalaban pa niya itong si Joel Teves. Let's listen to what he said in yesterday's interview.
He's one of the you know, when I assume the Tives brothers are very popular. Now they are not, no? Why? Because my first action done against smugglers is against their 86 shipments of red onions. In fact, ilalabas na ito sa gate ng customs eh. Oo, hinarang ko pa. Okay. And then, this case was already filed in court. Itong smuggling na to.
Magkaaway ho kayo ni Teves?
If you ask them, siguro makita ko niyan, papatayin ako magkakapatid na yan eh. Because they were now out of business.
Sir, how can Joel Teves be a recipient of 25 million pesos kung magkaaway sila ni Nicanor Faldon?
Well, that's the assertion of Nick Faldon, di ba?
Yeah.
And I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I also got information first from a fellow senator, and then I validated it from other sources. And another source is actually from the Bureau of Customs itself. So how can you just disregard such an information? Kinwalify ko naman sa privilege speech, diba? Sinabi ko na talks within the four corners, di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi ko naman sinabing may affidavit ito.
Yeah.
Kasi wala namang mag-execute ng affidavit yan eh.
Yun naman sir, that's what we are discussing right now because you also talked about the TARA system, di ho ba? That mahaba pong, ang dami niyo.
Which is an open secret
An
naman.
open secret, parang lahat naman po. Obviously sir, wala naman ho talaga for now, mag-execute ng affidavit, but meron ho kayang tao na maglalakas? Because, let's put it this way, sir. Outgoing Customs Chief Faldon is saying, it's a little unfair that walang ebidensya naman at nanira kayo ng mga pangalan niya at ng mga kasamahan niya, sina Maestre Campo, Gambala, etc., sir. But, do you have anything aside from... Can you back this up with anything, sir? Is anyone even gonna come out and actually prove, like a witness testimony?
Well, probably. No, probably somebody or some people within the Customs Bureau would come out and translate whatever information they gave us into a sworn statement.
Has anyone done that?
Merong kaming kinoconvince na mag-come forward and gawing affidavit yung kanilang mga sinasabi.
Ilan, sir?
At least one yung kausap namin.
And this...
May mga efforts naman sa iba, but then, I don't know. But, you know, now that Nick Faldon is out of the Bureau of Customs, ako nga, I even debated with my wits, I even informed, meron kami majority block na Viber group, nagpapalitan. When he was removed by the President on a Sunday yun eh, sabi ko, mukhang beating a dead horse ito. So ako naman, short of getting their counsel, sabi ko, I'm thinking of not proceeding anymore.
Dapat pa ito gawin.
Kasi baka awkward na. Baka it's like beating a dead. But all of them, sabi niya, tuloy mo, Senator Ping, kasi sayang yung mga information.
Kasi sir, remember during the last hearing, Senator Dick Gordon was expecting you. Hindi ho kayo umabot dahil meron kayong ibang hearing ata.
Yeah.
Pero alam na, meron na hong siguro pakiramdam na meron na kayong sasabihin dahil meron kayong They were saying that Senator Ping Lacson, hindi lang umabot, but you were about to probably drop a bombshell. I don't know. To that effect, sir. Pero hindi nga ho kayo nakaabot. That's why,
Yun
hence
yung,
your
I
privilege
finally
speech.
decided, i-privilege speech ko na lang kasi kung sa hearing, may mga distractions eh. Remember the first hearing, and I confronted Senator Dick about this, sa lounge after the second hearing, na hindi rin ako nakapagsalita, because I came from another hearing, ako yung nag-preside, and then after lunch, nandun ako. But I wasn't able to ask questions. So I was thinking, even if I would be allowed, because after the second hearing, he promised me, he committed to me, okay, pag bangko ng gavel, ikaw na, kagad. But inisip ko rin, pagka tinanong ko yung mga nandun, may mga distractions, so hindi ako makapokus doon sa, ang daming information eh. There's a wealth of information that I would like to share to the committee. So naisip ko, gawin ko lang privilege speech ito, anyway, I'll be subject to interpellations eh.
Sir, balikan ko yung sinasabi niyong is ready to execute an affidavit, isa ho siya. What exactly will this person say?
Well, some portions. Of course, yung albut lang ng knowledge niya, personal knowledge niya.
What will he say, sir?
Yung TARA system.
Yun.
Yeah.
He will say that Nicanor Faldon was also on the take?
I'm not sure about that yet. No?
Okay.
Yeah.
So wala pa tayong sigurado na it'll point to Faldon, Gambala, Maestre Campo, etc., sir?
Yeah, but nagkakapare-pareho naman yung binigay sa aming list na OCOM, meaning Office. I did not identify him in a particular, di ba?
Yeah.
Na ito, pang commissioner. But then there's 5,000 to 10,000 pesos to the office of the commissioner.
Yes, sir.
So, ang iniisip ko lang, pwedeng sabihin, hindi ko alam yon na may pumapasok sa office of the commissioner.
Pwedeng nagamit ang sinasabing
that's a
office of the
possibility. That's a
commissioner.
possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least so far one, sir, that will execute an affidavit. We'll be taking a short break. This is the source on CNN Philippines. Coming up, who should also be held accountable on the killing of 17-year-old Kian de los Santos? And of course, we'll have Senator Ping Lacson answer the allegations of Nicanor Faldon on his son being a smuggler. We'll be back after the break.
Have you ever looked for a hotel online?
Sir, so, my question, sir, is even if somebody executes an affidavit na mag-isa lang siya, where's that going
Kailan
to
mayroong
lead to?
corroboration,
Yeah.
actually. Either by another affidavit or meron documents that he would present to us, di ba?
Yeah, pero how do you present documents unless checks are paid, but
To tell
checks
you
are never
honestly,
paid?
well, di ba meron kong mention doon, unimpeachable source?
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm not ready to say ano yung source, but reading between the lines, more or
Yung
less,
unimpeachable source mo, sir, hindi tao? Hindi necessarily tao?
hindi individual. Hindi individual.
Di check yan, or papel, o text.
Yeah, basta hindi individual. Yeah. Kasi detailed na detailed, pati dates, merong check
Kanino, sir?
deposit. Well, I'm not at liberty to mention. But yeah.
But you will pursue this.
I will pursue this.
Okay. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Senator Ping Lacson. Sir, after a day after your privileged speech, an angry Nicanor Faldon had his own press conference, turning the tables on you and your son, saying that your son, Pampi, is a smuggler. Nakausap niyo po, immediately after that, nag-press conference kayo at sinabi niyo nakausap niyo si Pampi. We'll just play a portion of yung nakausap niyo po yung inyong anak and what his reaction was to all this. Let's go back to that.
Right now, just less than a minute ago, sabi ko sa kanya, sigurado bang walang kalokohan yung ginagawa ninyo? Sabi niya, wala daddy. Okay, fine. First, there's no smuggling of cement. Kasi hindi naman subject sa customs tariff and duties ang semento. Hindi ko nga alam kung ano yung nature Basta ang alam ko, meron siyang partners na nag-i-import sila ng cement. But he's not a broker, I don't think.
Sir, so ano pa ho ang sinabi sa inyo ni Pampi after that conversation with your son?
First, kasi sinabi niya on the level lahat And I made sure, sabi ko, maski noon pa, dahil nalaman ko nga na medyo may mga contacts siya from China who wanted to import cement from Vietnam. Sabi ko, ikaw, lalo yung Bureau of Customs, hindi ako nagkulang ng paalala. So, when the news broke out na nag-press con si Nick Faldon, I was presiding over a budget briefing ng DND. So, hindi ako makarespond sa mga text ng mga media. So, immediately after I arrived doon sa office ko sa Senate, I called for a press conference. Inorganize ko na lang. Sabi ko, impromptu. Sabi ko, I'd like to respond. But before that, I wanted to make sure. So, I called up my son. Ano ba ito? So, he maintained. Sabi niya, sir, Daddy, may mga dokumento kami dyan. Sigurado ako dyan. Okay, first, let's define smuggling. Kasi sinabi niya, smuggler ako, smuggler yung anak ko. What's smuggling? Dalawa yan Either pure smuggling or technical smuggling. Pag sinabi mong pure smuggling, hindi ito dumadaan sa customs house. Meaning, sa HICIS ito. Now, technical smuggling, siguro ito yung nire-refer ni Nick Faldon. Ano ba yung ways to commit technical smuggling? First, undervaluation. Pag sinabi natin undervaluation, halimbawa, bumili ako ng isang pen sa Hong Kong. Ang bili ko, 100 Hong Kong dollars. Pagdating sa customs, pipresent ko,
Declare mo 50.
di-declare ko 50 lang. That's undervaluation. Second is
Declaration.
misdeclaration. And the third one is there's a term I cannot remember right now. Misdeclaration, kung halimbawa nagpasok ko ng bigas, dineclare mo semento para tariff-free, And the third one is kung yung misclassification.
Okay.
Misclassification, meaning yung tariff classification ng produktong pinapasok mo, mali ang classification. So tatlong saan papasok ngayon yung cement which is zero rated sa tariff, paano ka nag-smuggling? Now, ang nire-refer ni Nick Fael doon is that yung freight cost, dahil subject to VAT eh.
Right.
So sabi niya, dapat 16, hindi 8. But right away, nung lumabas si Commissioner Fael doon, sa media, may nag-text kagad sa akin from Cebu who is into nickel ore, na nag-export sila sa China ng nickel ore, Northern China, from Cebu.
Nag-export sila.
Nag-export sila ng nickel ore. Okay. Ang freight nilang binabayaran, sabi
16.
niya, I can get, 8 to 9.
8 to 9, sorry.
So
yes,
I can get, sabi niya, all the documents in my Hong Kong office and give it to you.
I heard you say that, sir.
Yeah. So kung 8 to 9, sabi niya, yung Vietnam, ang biyahe namin is sinabot kami ng 5 days, more or less. Ang Vietnam to Philippines, that's only 3 days. So nag-collapse pa yung freight cost sa Asia. So lalong bumaba talaga. Sabi niya, actually yung 8, it's just okay, pero medyo mataas pa nga yan eh. But nevertheless, having said that, maski sabihin pa ni Nick Fael na, hindi, 16, it is not for customs to say that. Kasi yung freight cost, it's between the shipper and the importer, or the supplier and the importer. Kung meron silang contract, which also, I also asked my son, covered ba kayo lahat ng dokumento? That kumpleto kami ng contract.
Sir, so kung ganun, bakit siya nagpunta sa office ni Commissioner Fael doon? Did he admit going to the office?
Yes, he did. Ang nakausap niya si Mandy Anderson.
Yes,
Okay.
the chief of staff.
Because at the time, nagkaroon ng parang alert order. This was in July of 2016.
Yes, the first 3
And then
shipments.
immediately, the alert order was lifted by Nick Fael himself. Kasi nga nakita na yung baselessness, walang basis talaga yung sinasabi kung bakit magkakaroon ng lift order. Why? Because yun nga pag-uusapan 16 and 8. So, pagpunta niya sa DTI, pagpunta niya sa office ni Commissioner, balik siya sa DTI kasi nga sabi sa kanya, ayusin niyo itong 8 and 16. So, pagkagaling sa DTI, balik sila, they explained, and then right away, si Commissioner Fael lifted the alert order. So, nakalabas
Did he
yung
say, sir, did he say that dito na lang ako magbabayad sa
No,
office ni
never.
Commissioner? Sinabi
How could
niya
he
pa.
say that? Kinu-question lang nila kasi hininga sila ng band. Mag-file kayo ng band. Sabi niya, ba't kami magbaban? Hindi, mag-ban na lang kayo under protest. How would you bring money kung pinag-uusapan niya pa lang dahil pinoprotest na nila yung 16 na
Yes.
trade cost. Sinasabi nila, it's not up
Did
to...
he bring the money?
No.
Wala.
I asked him that. At saka, it doesn't make sense na magdadala ka ng pera doon. Kasi band lang yung pag-uusapan eh. Pagka halimbawang na-convince sila na kailangan talaga mag-ban. Kasi nga kung halimbawang under question yung between 8 and 16 na freight cost, magpapail ka ng ban sa customs.
You know, sir, I have to say that I told him that yesterday because I heard you say that during your press conference. Sabi may tumawag sa inyo, may nag-text sa inyo, kaibigan nga sa Cebu, nickel, etc. 8 pesos, no, sir?
$8.
$8, sorry. But here was his answer. Hindi ko na po ipe-play. Ang sinabi po niya, apples to apples kailangan ang comparison natin. Yung kanilang export ng simento, which is another...
Well, that only shows how ignorant he is.
Sir,
Kasi ang pag-usapan tonnage, not the product. Pagka ikaw shipper, freight cost eh. So, weight yung pag-uusapan. Whether it's apples, whether it's oranges, kung pareho yung weight, pareho yung freight na
It
babayaran mo.
doesn't matter kung anong laman.
It doesn't matter.
Yun kasi yung sinasabi niya, huwag tayong pumunta sa
doon,
iba.
makikita mo na
Pag-usapan
yung-
natin simento.
Yeah.
Saan galing, magkano ang freight, pantay-pantay. At sinasabi niya, doon sa isang simento na yun, sir, it was, yun na nga, is 16.
It's weight versus weight. It's not cement versus steel or nickel ore. Di ba? Kasi kaya nga sinabing freight cost, ang pag-usapan dito, ano bang weight ng, ano bang bigat? Kasi, well, kung sinasabi niyang merong smuggling, assuming for the sake of argument, which I will not, kasi wala naman talaga, zero rated talaga. I asked, former deputy commissioners, former customs officials, sabi niya, mali talaga si commissioner dyan. It's either he doesn't know or he didn't know what he was talking about,
Okay.
or he deliberately lied through media to mislead the public. Kasi sinabi mo nang zero rated yung simento, paano kung mag-smuggling ng simento? Hindi ba?
Okay.
That's as simple as that. Ngayon, yung weight, it's weight against weight. Hindi, hindi naman...
Ano man ang laman, sir? Ano man ang laman?
Yeah, mas
sir,
ganun laman.
Where will this lead to? Is there going to be a Senate investigation? Paano ho ba? You say that somebody will execute an affidavit. Where is this going to?
Well, I do not know. It's up to the chairman of the Blue Ribbon kung anong direction ang gusto niyang puntahan. My privilege speech has not been referred to any committee yet because Senator Drilon signified to interpellate some more. No, so dinefer yung referral sa committee. So I don't think it will be covered by the hearing that's going on this morning.
Right,
no?
opo.
Or about to start this morning.
Well, yesterday he said that if he is mistaken, a senator, he will apologize every single day na lalabas siya sa media. And he is hoping or expecting that if you are mistaken, that you will apologize.
Well, I'll be man enough to apologize. But there's nothing to apologize for because nag-check na nga ako sa iba't ibang sources. Ano? And ngayon, mali na kagad yung sinasabi niya. Maski sinong nakakaalam, no? Tanungin mo kung may pagkakaiba ba yung pag-weight ang pag-uusapan. May pagkakaiba ba kung nickel or yung ina-export or ini-import mo o simento yung ini-import o ina-export mo? Weight ang pinag-uusapan dito.
So kahit na saging yun? Kahit na...
Pero ang agriculture products subject to tariff.
Okay,
iba yun eh.
Alright, okay. Sir, charges, are there plans to... by anybody na kilala nyo to possibly file charges kay Nicanor Faldon, sir?
Well, ito muna, kasi with malice yung ginawa niya, no? At tinatanong ako kung ano ba advice ng lawyer ninyo. Ang advice daw is file libel charges. Sabi ko, but it's going to be very tedious because you cannot just file a libel case against Commissioner Faldon. Necessarily, you will have to include all the media that covered. Yan yung sa libel eh. But malice is definitely and evidently present. Ano? Dahil nga, right after I exposed sa privilege speech, andyan na kagad siya. Sinabi niya na pati ako smuggler.
Yes.
That's libelous, that's malicious.
So what do you plan to do about it?
Well, ako, alam mo, veterano na ako sabi ko nga, sanay naman ako makipagbasagan ng bungo, ano? Kasi I've been here for the longest time, ano? Particularly under ni GMA noon. But, nakakapagod na nitong away. And I know that he hired 2 PR firms, okay? Ang sabi ko is, yung PR war will not lead us to anything but to the bottom, ano? Basta't yung race na yan, basta't nag-away kayo sa PR, ang pag-usapan nyo, hindi one on top of the other, but
pababa.
Who's going to pababa? It's going to be a race to the bottom. No, if you will, to the abyss, no. Yan ang bagsak mo dyan.
So, sir, balikan ko yung tanong ko. Do you plan to file any charges against him or your son?
I don't know. I asked my son, is not very definite about it. Ano. Una-una, yung filing fee, napakamahal. Yung libel case ko against the Inquirer is still pending in the court, ano, sa Las Piñas. And 2001 yan, 2002. No? Pumunta ng Supreme Court, na-deny sila. It's still ongoing. And there are now some talks because after Vic Corpus apologized and after Mawanay retracted, so there are now talks ongoing. I don't know if it's proper for me to discuss this with you, but merong talks ongoing between Inquirer and myself,
right,
on how to go about, yung parang out-of-court settlement.
Okay, out-of-court, sir.
Out-of-court settlement, I am not implying that I'm getting money from them because I made it clear I'm not after the money. In spite of the 400,000 filing fee that I, paid for last 2001. Sabi ko, wala na sa akin yon. All I need is a public apology from you. That admit that you committed a mistake.
Are they going to do that, sir?
It's
May
the talks ongoing between my lawyers and
So hindi pa sure yung, you're not keen on filing charges against Nick Faldon. That's what I'm getting. Sir, before we go on a break, very quickly, sir, pinakita po ni Nicanor Faldon yung kanyang bahay. Napakaliit. He's willing to open his bank accounts, not just his and his family. Pinapakita niya na hindi ho siya mayaman at kakaunti lang ang kanyang pera.
Well, did they say that he's signing a waiver?
We didn't go there. But I should have asked him that.
Yeah. Mag-waive siya sa 1405, yung Bank Secrecy Act. If he says that, and he allows the authorities to open all his bank accounts, including those of his members of the family, then baka at wala makita doon.
Pag wala makita, sir.
Well, probably I'm wrong, and then I'm ready to apologize.
Okay.
Diba?
All right, we'll be taking a short break. This is the
But
source.
not sa customs, di ba? Kasi open secret naman yung TARA.
Para. Pero yung sinasabi niyo sigurong 100 million na pasalubong, yun, saan kaya, I mean, it has
Hindi lang yung 100 million. Alam mo, mind-boggling nga yung, nang nagkwenta kami, okay, per week, this is based on official records ng Bureau of Customs. In a week, between Port of Manila and the MICP, Manila International Container Port, 15 to 16,000 containers per week. No? And ang sinasabi doon, 40% yung natatara.
Yeah.
Pag dinivide mo ng 5 days a week, yung 15 to 16,000, you'll come up with something like 6,000 to 6,400 no? Containers. Get 40% of that.
Yeah.
Ang kwenta namin, nasa mga 1,280 to, yun ang low end. No? Kinuwenta namin, kung merong 5,000 to 10,000, sa low end na lang tayo, 5,000, times 1,280 containers, o 1,000 na lang. How much is that?
How much
That's
is that?
5 million a day. Sa office lang ng commissioner, pwera pa doon yung pumapasok sa CIIS.
Isang
pwera
port
pa
pa lang yun.
Isang office pa lang yun. So, ako mismo naman, sabi ko, check natin yung arithmetic natin dito at baka namamalita, napakalaki. But maski anong calculator gamitin namin, ganun talaga yung computation.
We'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. We'll be back.
Of amassing or stashing hundreds of millions of dollars, I challenge him. Sabi ko, and I did not commit to sign a waiver. I did sign a waiver and sent it
Hindi mo
to
lang
him,
sinabi.
but he did not sign.
Yeah. Just 2 questions na lang because talagang, sir, we're strict on time. Jovi, I can't talk about Kian anymore. I'm super sorry. Dapat 1 hour si Senator Ping. Baka 1 year, baka 2 years pa bago bumalik yan.
Hindi alam ko na papunta rito.
Hindi na siya unknown location. But is there even a chance na makapag-usap pa kayong dalawa? Oo naman.
Well, nung kasi tinext niya ako,
Yeah,
right after the
sinabi
following
niya,
day,
yeah.
sabi niya, my highest respect, we're one in doing the best for our country. Tapos, ba't naman sir, siniraan yung mga tao na gano'n? Ang sabi ko na sa kanya, usap
Mag-usap
tayo.
na lang tayo.
Usap
Yeah.
tayo. Whenever you feel.
You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Sir, may chance ho ba kayong makapag-usap pa kayo ni Nicanor Faldon?
Well, it's up to him. Ako, I'm open to talking
Okay.
to him. After all, even before he was appointed Customs Commissioner, sabi ko nga, si President Duterte, di ba, still believes that he's an honest man. Ako rin, I thought that he was an upright and reform-minded officer and individual until these things all came out.
Is there a possibility you could be wrong?
There's always a possibility that I was wrong, But sa customs, I don't think I could be wrong. No?
Okay, sir.
The customs itself,
Yeah.
even Faldon admitted that. Even the president admitted that the TARA system is live and kicking, di ba?
Sir, if they file a case against your son, what's your reaction to that, sir?
Well, he has to face up to kung ano man yung charges. But anong maging kaso? Smuggling? In-explain ko na nga, there's no such thing as smuggling pagdating because it's covered ng ASEAN Free Trade Area.
Yeah. Sinabi nga niya yesterday, sir, huling-huli, Jovi Espinido, sir, being transferred to Iloilo. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, although there's a load of double speak doon sa marching order na bigyan ni Presidente, I trust that Espinido would still know what to do, Kasi I've known him since nung hindi pa siya commission officer, under sa PAOK yan eh. And I've known him to be an upright officer, non-commissioned at that time. And then talagang very diligent, very methodical, and talagang sisiguro doon niya yung mission binigay sa kanya, i-accomplish niya.
Hindi dapat matakot? Dapat ba matakot yung mga tao doon?
Matakot yung mga drug lords.
Senator Ping Lacson, sir, maraming salamat. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, and good to see you too.
Thank you, sir. And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.